Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, one and all, to a brand new edition of The Quinn Spinn. I'm your host, Quinn, at least it's how I'm known here on the program, and I'm back here once again on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, YouTube, and more for another rousing and riveting installment of the official podcast of ECM Collective. You just heard Revel 9's All I Become at the top of the show. That's been our opening theme song here at The Quinn Spinn since the great year of 2014, and it will be until the very end of days. And actually, despite the setup here in the intro, this is not a solo mission. This is a very exciting episode, a family reunion of sorts. I have the pleasure of welcoming the Beautiful Distortion on the band. Karen and Amy Jones and Dave Dahl of the Beautiful Distortion, to be exact. They are a melodic hard rock band based in our old stomping grounds of the Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania. You know, that whole Bethlehem, Allentown area, which is fitting because they are one of the 8 acts performing at Nashville Meets Bethlehem, November 17th at SteelStacks with us beginning at 8 p.m. Tickets now available at steelstacks.org. So we talk about the band, what they've been up to. They've had some pretty cool milestones. We talk about the event on the 17th and more. Before we get to the interview, though, just want to encourage you to like, share, comment, subscribe, follow, whatever the mechanism is on your platform of choice. Please engage with us. Support the show. If you like it, tell your friends. If you don't, tell your enemies. All engagement's good engagement. All publicity is good publicity. At least that's what I'm told. So anyway, the Beautiful Distortion coming at you. Very excited for this episode. Bringing it to you right now. All right, everyone, back here on the Quinn Spinn. As I mentioned at the top of the show, I am joined by not one, not two, but 3 members of the Beautiful Distortion playing on Nashville Meets Bethlehem, an all-local Nashville-style writers' round at SteelStacks on Friday, November 17th in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Our adopted hometown. Before we moved to Nashville, there was Bethlehem. Before ECM and UMC, there was Lehigh Valley Underground. And we've, of course, collaborated before, but it's been a while. How you doing?
We're good. Hi, Gerard. We miss you in the valley here.
Well, I'll be rolling back up there in a few weeks for the big event. Very excited for that, and very excited to have you join us among 7 other artists on the bill, co-presented by your next favorite band. Before we get into all that, and of course, let people know who you are, we'll start by having each of you individually answer the 3 standard questions. Those 3 questions are: who are you? What are your passions? And why on earth would you want to come on the Quinn Spinn?
Who's going first?
Oh, you go first.
All right, I'll start. I'm the bossy one, so that makes sense anyway. I'm Karen Jones. Great to meet all you. Thanks for tuning into the Quinn Spinn. I am one of the members of the Beautiful Distortion here. And, oh gosh, passions. Well, playing with these guys, obviously, and the 3 other dudes that aren't on camera with us right now. And what was the last question?
Why on earth we would want to be on the Quinn Spinn?
Oh, because Gerard's awesome. And his support of music and musicians and local stuff and regional stuff is just amazing. And we love what you do, and we're happy to be here.
Well, thanks for that. Thanks for joining. Who's next?
I'll get it over with because my answers are not going to be good. They're very similar to my sister's. You know, my passion is music.
Wait, who are you?
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm her sister.
Who?
My name's Amy Jones.
There you go.
I'm one of the singers in the Beautiful Distortion. I promise I'm not high or drunk.
Wow.
No. Passions. I love music. I love reading. I love all the fun stuff. I want to go on the Quinn Spinn because we all love Gerard, as you said. And what's the other question?
That's it.
That was it.
On.
Just
You
3.
did it. Good job.
Awesome. I did it. Thanks. Dave.
My goodness. Dave Dahl. And my passions include just music and building guitars and cars and motorcycles and my family and just making music. These 2 ladies are great friends of mine, and I am very thankful for being able to make music and spend time with them. And I mean, who the hell wouldn't want to hang out with you on the Quinn Spinn? That's why everybody's here, to see you,
Right?
To see us.
Yeah.
We're just supporting you, man.
Oh, well, there we go. My ego has inflated greatly since the start of this episode. Thank you for being here. And so For those who aren't familiar, we're actually looking at the vocal trifecta of the Beautiful Distortion. Of course, you guys are known for your distinct vocal harmonies and just really just adding such intriguing layers to all of your songs. But I'm going to give you guys a chance, of course, to elaborate on what you do musically and how the group has come together and evolved over the years. Because you've been at this, for together for a while. So talk about that evolution and how that has helped shape you guys creatively as well as friends and people.
Well, first of all, I want to ask you, can we copyright the vocal trifecta? I
Ooh.
kind of like that, Gerard.
Yeah, take it. It's yours.
Okay.
We need it for branding.
We're gonna use that when we go out and play just like trio gigs, right?
Like November 17th at SteelStacks.
The vocal trifecta.
As seen on the Quinn Spinn.
Oh, yeah,
The vocal trifecta of
see,
the Beautiful
see this?
Distortion. We got it. All right, cool. Oh God, where to start? Yeah, so we've been at this with this band for, God, has it been
It's going on 13 years
13 years?
Wow.
That is insane to think that that's
We are
true.
so old.
No, but I mean, the story basically goes, Amy and I are sisters, and we were playing together acoustically in the area, and happened to meet Dave through a mutual friend, and hounded him about getting together because we loved what he was doing. He was doing solo acoustic work at the time as well. And we were just like, Dave, come on, let's join together. And he was like, no, I'm doing my own thing. Come on, Dave. And it was like begging over and over. And finally he broke. So I don't know what got you to break.
What got me to break was I actually thought of what this could be. And I remember having the conversation with you guys. We're going to make some music. We're going to bring in some other musician friends and I've played with, and we're going to make some awesome music. And it's the kind of music that if people like it, great. If they don't, then they aren't going to help. They can't help themselves but take notice. So the vocal harmony is a big part, as you mentioned, of what we do. We try to highlight that in our music, and all of the three of us take turns on leads and harmony, backing each other up, and we all write the majority of the music as well. So we're pretty active.
For me, obviously Amy and I being sisters, everybody always says, oh, I can tell you guys are sisters, the harmonies, like you just lock in. But man, it's like Dave is a brother from another mother because he locks in with us. And I just knew the first time that we sang together, we had something special. And I'm so thrilled that we were able to carry that into this amazing rock band that we're in with the other guys. Yeah. It's a blessing. So I'm very thankful all the time that these guys are in our musical lives.
Yeah, and one thing I can definitely say, is how well your voices all blend together, and how well that just comes together in this incredible dynamic sound. And of course, it's an interesting take on the hard rock and the rock and roll genre too, because you don't necessarily get to see that from a lot of bands, where they have three powerhouses in one group, and it really just adds so many dynamic layers. And the songs also really translate well acoustically, which of course will be the format at SteelStacks. But we got to see that many years ago and hear that many years ago when we did a First Friday together at Godfrey Daniels. I think that was the first Friday we did under the LVU banner. And we had you play Godfrey's, and it just added new life to these songs and presented them in such a different, raw kind of way, and really made you appreciate all the intricacies within the songwriting and within the structure and, everything at play there. So people are, I think, really in for a treat here. And I think they're in for a treat no matter how they hear you, electric or acoustic, because each experience brings something different to the table. And that's why, when we were crafting this, and Phil and I were discussing lineup options, we're like, we got to get the Beautiful Distortion because they will bring it in this format for sure.
Well, thank you. That's really nice of you to say. You're right about being able to do it in the acoustic format and the electric format. I mean, we're rockers at heart. We love all that kind of music. We grew up with the Seattle sound and every type of music you can imagine. Mm-hmm. We like the bangers. We like to do the horns and rock out, right? But having being able to do the acoustic thing too, where you're just in a room and you can hear everything, and it's just kind of like, you know, every part is like there and you can hear it and you're just enjoying it and you're immersed in it, is something so cool that you know, not every rock band gets to experience that either. You know what I mean? They can't, not everybody transitions like that. So.
Yeah. And I mean, the majority of our songs, just from a writing standpoint, the majority of our songs, I mean, typically I write with an acoustic guitar, and I'm pretty sure the girls do as well. So everything kind of starts that way anyway. And then we build from there. I mean, I always kind of feel like when we're playing acoustic stuff and it's the three of us, I sort of feel naked in a way. You know, you're just out there and you don't have all the other stuff, you know, to kind of cover up and get that big sound. That I missed that. But there's definitely something about being in an intimate, like Karen was saying, that environment where it's just you there, and there's not a lot of effects or anything, and you're just, the vocals are there. Well, the three of us all play acoustic guitar together, and even those we don't play the same parts on acoustic guitar. We'll capo in different things and get different voicings, make everything more complex and big. So yeah, there's a lot that goes into any style, any way that we play these songs.
And of course, you know, it fits stylistically with the rest of the night, because we've got artists across the board here on this Nashville Meets Bethlehem experience. For those, real quick, not familiar with the writers round format, so basically what you're going to have is you're going to have 4 acts on stage at a time. So, you know, during the Beautiful Distortions round, it'll be the Beautiful Distortion and 3 other acts. One plays a song, then the next act plays a song, then the next act plays a song, and then the next, and then it goes back to the top. Each act gets 4 songs, then we switch out, and 4 more acts come up. So we've got 2 rounds of 4 writers, each playing 4 songs apiece. And we have such a diverse lineup because, of course, we have y'all. We have Billy Bauer Band, good friends of the show. We have Bobby Siegfried from Chasing Daylight, Roy and the Secret People joining us, Slingshot Dakota, Tioga, Bronte Fall, who's based in Nashville, and fun fact, went to Lehigh University, and Dirty Dollhouse, Chelsea Mitchell from Dirty Dollhouse. So you have 8 very distinctive sounds, you know, encompassing pop, rock, folk, jam band stuff, like R&B, soul in the case of Bobby. So like you have all these different styles, all these different musical experiences coming into the pot in one night, and it's $20. You get to hear it all at SteelStacks. Go to steelstacks.org if you're going to be in the Northeast. You're not going to want to miss it. But now that the advertising part of the show is over for now, it'll be back. I want to hear from your perspective, because obviously you've been on the local scene up there for so long, you know, playing regionally, having a chance to see that scene grow and evolve. What does an event like this mean for such a diverse music community like the Lehigh Valley that maybe people on the outside aren't so familiar with, but, you know, really just has this diverse melting pot of talent?
It is very diverse here.
Yeah.
I mean, you can walk down the street in Bethlehem, you know, on the south side, and then literally right next door, there's like a
Godfrey
folk,
Daniels.
you know,
Daniels,
folk artist at Godfrey Daniels, and like, you know, wherever else, you know. So it's awesome. I'm really excited about this night. I don't think any of us have done this writers round type of show before. So we are really excited about it, and to share the stage with the talent that you mentioned.
That's a lot of amazing names on that bill.
Yeah. I mean, we love Billy. We're friends with Billy. Known him a long time. He's a great supporter of us, and vice versa. Mike Roy, obviously, Roy and the Secret People, and I don't know some of the others who will be joining us on the stage that night. So I'm really, really looking forward to hearing, you know, the Slingshot Dakota. I've heard a lot about them, but I've never seen them live. So this is going to be a great experience for us to also experience
networking
the other,
for us.
exactly.
The networking opportunity for us, for people to be able to get a sampling of a lot of what the Lehigh Valley has to offer. And beyond. I mean, I think it's a really cool opportunity, and there's nothing like that really being done up here. So it's very cool.
So thank you for bringing it, because this really is unique. I don't think we've ever seen anything like this in the Valley. So SteelStacks is the perfect place to have it. You know, they're such great supporters of the arts, obviously, and you have great connections there. And we've played in the Blast Furnace room. It's a beautiful room to play with the stacks out the window in the back. I mean, people come to this show. It's going to be a unique, intimate, cool experience that you don't really see around here much. So
Yeah, and that's exactly, I'm glad you said that, because that was exactly the point, when we were putting this together. And of course, we have to give love to everybody at Arts Quest for helping us, for giving us a place to do this, and I mean, everybody who listens to the show at this point knows that I've worked there for years, and I still come back and work there sometimes, for Music Fest and what have you. So, the relationship's strong, and that goes a long way, I think, in helping us, put this on, and helping us collaborate to such a degree. But the whole idea is exactly that, to like build community between these different artists, between these different, subsections of the music community, right? To build a stronger, more cohesive community and open all the artists on the bill up to new collaborations. And of course, like, you have, locals, and you have somebody coming in from Nashville, like, you have an opportunity to network, like you said, Dave, and to really get out there and build pipelines to other opportunities, even other opportunities outside of the valley, right? And this is something that on our end, I know we hope is successful, number one, and believe it will be, but that we can replicate now, not only for more events up in that region, but also like take the same model to New York, take the same model to Denver, where I just was last week, like take it all over the place and like populate it with local artists, and then start to bring people from different markets into the fold. Sure. So we're building the stronger community, because that's the thing, is in this industry, you're only as strong as the community that you're building. And if you can build a strong, robust community where you have these connections, you have these pipelines to other markets, it's only going to help that rising tide raise all boats. So that's exactly the point, is to, build, break down the silos, not that the silos are up intentionally, but to like, introduce people to different acts that maybe they don't always get to play with, and introduce each other's audiences to the different acts on the bill. I mean, that's exactly it. And the goal is to have it be something that helps everybody grow at the end of the day.
So yeah, I mean, for the audience, this is such a great opportunity for people who might come out and see Billy, right? Billy Bauer. And then, they leave being fans of 3 other artists on that stage, or all of us, because they've gotten the chance to see, to listen to somebody that they never would have gone to see. Mm-hmm. So you're giving people this opportunity to just get this whole breadth of a musical experience that's going to go from here to here and back to the middle. And then, so we're really excited about it. Thank you for asking us to be a part of it.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for being a part of it. And, again, just want to drive home that we're looking at this being the first of many experiences to bring back to our, old stomping grounds, of course, and again, to replicate this elsewhere. What better place to start to branch out of Nashville, and build those pipelines out than where we came from in the first place. It makes the world of sense to me. And of course, I have to give a shout out to Philip Reese and David Moore from Your Next Favorite Band, who have been absolutely instrumental in making this happen, and just, great resources there locally, doing the media thing and really supporting these artists and telling their stories and really, diving into it and, coming from a place of passion, and wanting to tell that story the right way. So, we couldn't, in my opinion, and I don't mean this in a way that's going to like throw any shade to anyone else, I don't think we could have a better collection of people in the room, for this first one. I think, locally speaking, regionally speaking, we have an all-star lineup, and we've just got, all the right players involved. And it's one of those things that it's amazing to see it come together. And of course, we're gonna keep working to bring it, together both now and in the future. And speaking of the future, you also have another holiday tradition coming up that is not too far off. So
we started rehearsing.
Yeah.
So we were literally rehearsing all of our holiday music like an hour before we came on with you tonight. So
yeah. And I think we need to touch on the holiday music portion of this first, because there was an album a few years back of all holiday songs, and it is tremendous as well. So how does this holiday experience come together between that album that's out, which you can stream now on all your favorite streaming platforms, and the annual show that you do up there in Nazareth at the Nazareth Center for the Arts?
Yeah, we have a great collaboration with them at the Nazareth Center for the Arts. They've been great supporters of us and the band. I think this is probably the 8th year,
something
like that.
Yeah, I mean, we took off for COVID,
Right.
but then came back again last year.
I don't even remember how it started.
I don't know either.
How the heck did we get into Christmas
People
music?
ask it that all the time. How did you guys start playing Christmas music? And I don't have any idea. And we have so much Christmas music. We have the album that you mentioned, right? And then we have an unplugged Christmas album, and then we have a bunch of singles besides. And yeah, it's become this yearly tradition. People look forward to it. They base their holidays around it. We do this huge show. One year, Karen mentioned we played down the Blast Furnace Room. Before, we did this Christmas show like a vintage type of variety show, right? And it was this huge turnout, packed the place. It was awesome. Then unfortunately COVID, right? And then we moved it. We went last year, came back out and did it up at the Nazareth Center for the Arts, and did 2 shows there last year. Sold out in the first week it was available, right? Both shows.
October, yeah.
In October, it sold out. So yeah, we're doing the same thing again this year, and adding a couple new songs again. And yeah, I have no idea how this started with us playing these Christmas songs, but it's fun, and we do our version, unmistakably our versions of these Christmas songs. So.
And so what's the date on that for anybody who's going to be in the area, wants to attend and get tickets soon? Because as we've mentioned, it's sold out multiple years. So
yeah.
So December 16th and 17th, it's a Saturday and Sunday. We're actually partnering along with Nazareth Center for the Arts. We're partnering with another staple of the Lehigh Valley community this year, and you're getting the exclusive on this.
Yes, this is the first time this is coming out.
We have not announced this publicly yet because we're waiting for the ticket link to be up, but we're actually partnering with Bushkill Park, which that's where the show is going to be. It's going to be presented by Nazareth Center for the Arts, our partner in this. And it's a bigger space with more parking, and people
can skate.
Ice skating.
People can skate.
Ice skating.
So,
yeah.
Well, no, it's roller skating.
Roller skating. I'm
roller
sorry.
skating.
Yes.
I know, but so it's going to be super fun. This is the first time we're doing it there, and we're just super excited to be bring the whole community together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's going to be spectacular.
The legend grows. It seems like this event gets bigger and bigger every year, even with COVID getting in the way. Like it got in the way of so many things, in 2020. But yeah, I mean, it's amazing to see how you're building community around this event every year. And I think it's also a testament to, having that signature thing that you do as an artist, whether that's in your region, or even, taking it on the road, depending, what your goals are as far as playing live, just having that signature thing that you can give people to look forward to every year, and that becomes that staple of your year and what you do as an artist and as a brand too, because we can't forget that part too, right? The whole
For sure.
making yourself stand out. It's good to have that signature experience that people can have, but it certainly is, a long-standing at this point experience up there in the music community. So December 16th and 17th, Bushkill Park, Beautiful Distortion presenting their holiday spectacular once again. And of course, that's about a month after Nashville Meets Bethlehem at SteelStacks. So you got things to look forward to now through the end of the year, pretty much. And so there was one other milestone you've had recently, and I want to give you a chance to share a little bit about it here on the show.
Thank you. So, Aim, you want to take that one?
Oh, geez, don't make me take it.
Oh, come on.
We were contacted by an LA music producer a few months back, and she heard a cover that we did of the Bangles' Hazy Shade of Winter, and she was interested in using it in an Amazon show you might have heard of called Gen V.
It's a spin-off of The Boys.
Which is a spin-off of The Boys.
Listen, I don't know what your demographic is on the Quinn Spinn, Gerard, but if there are any small children, please do not allow them to watch this show. No, it's adult content, it's for adults. But it's a fun superhero type genre show on Amazon Prime that streams.
And it just aired. Our version, we had the closing credits of episode 6.
Episode 6. It was crazy. We couldn't believe it. One of Amy's friends from high school actually texted her before we even knew it aired and said, "Oh my God, I'm watching this show down in Texas, and I just saw the end credits, and you were playing over the show. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God!" So of course, everybody screamed, and we had to turn it on right away. But we're super excited. Nothing like this has ever happened to us.
Yeah.
This is our little moment of fame right
Yeah.
now. Our Spotify streams and YouTube streams have like exploded by like 10,000%.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
People are on TikTok doing TikTok videos and lip syncing to our version of the song. It's
Which
surreal.
is insane, yeah.
It's wild. So we're having a mild viral moment right now.
Very, very mild, but that's okay. We'll take it.
Well, it's well deserved, and I mean, you've been at it for a while. It just shows that you keep sticking to it. You keep finding opportunities, and good things are going to happen, and certainly the talent has always been there. So, it's a matter of, having that opportunity, right? And having that opportunity to grow your platform, to reach more people and impact more people through what you do. So it's very cool that you're having that moment right now.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, and I have to say too, it's been really cool to watch, the many moments you've had, over the years. I mean, I moved to Nashville 5 years ago, but in that time, you've had some pretty cool opportunities, opening for Disturbed, right, at Music Fest, and really just, really watching your profile raise, there locally, as well as, with these opportunities that are further reaching, has been really, really nice to see, because you're good people, you're great at what you do, and it's just great to see you get that recognition. So I just want to know that you got a lot of people rooting for you, and I can't wait to have this experience take place here at SteelStacks on the 17th of November, because it's going to be a nice full circle moment, certainly for our whole ecosystem, but also just to get all these people in the room again. It's going to feel like a big old family reunion. So
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it. So as far as the future, looking now to 2024, what's on the horizon? What can we expect? Or is that still kind of in development right now?
I think it's kind of in development. 2022 was a big year for us, as you mentioned. With we played a bunch of shows at Levitt. We opened for Disturbed at Music Fest. To your point, we also came out with our double album entitled Revision. Came out a year ago. This week?
Yeah,
I think
literally.
So that's our double album that came out a year ago this week. So we've been kind of peddling that this year. But yeah, who knows? Next year, we're hoping obviously some great opportunities come out of this. The TV thing with Gen V. We have a bunch of new music that we're working on that we're anxious to get it out into the world and record more music, and that's what we do. We're gonna keep playing the things we play and get ideas, and write some new stuff and keep this thing growing. As you mentioned, it's a brand at this point, so we're always trying to build that and have fun doing it. So,
and for anyone who's not familiar, I just have to, it's an aside, but our double album that we came out with last year, Revision, is half of our music, half originals and half covers, and Hazy Shade of Winter is actually included on there. It's on our Spotify, so go check it out.
And as a matter of fact, I believe I also put that one on the Nashville Meets Bethlehem playlist on Spotify. So
Nice.
definitely go check it out. Now you have a perfect reason to go do that. Find it. Listen to that song, Left in Flames, which is a personal favorite of mine, and songs from this entire Nashville Meets Bethlehem lineup. Of course, November 17th at SteelStacks, going to keep telling you that one. So the Beautiful Distortion, we have Karen and Amy Jones and Dave Dahl joining us. 3 of the 6 members, the vocal trifecta of the Beautiful Distortion. Before I wrap things up here, I just want to give you a chance to tell people where they can learn more about you and follow the journey online.
Sweet. Thanks, Gerard. So you can follow us on all of our socials. Just search for the Beautiful Distortion. We've got YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. We don't really use, I was going to say Twitter. We don't really use X.
no, right.
That trips me up like crazy. Like I still say Twitter, and I'm like, wait, no, it's X, but I'm not really active on there at this point.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
think
we're-
anybody calls it that.
We're not really active on that. But, so all the socials, The Beautiful Distortion, thebeautifuldistortion.com. You can buy our album on there. If you really want to support the band, the best way to do it is buy a CD. Because, as I'm sure everybody who watches your show, Gerard, is well aware that, Spotify streams are like 0.0001 of a penny for every stream. So if you really want to support the band and help us record more music and get stuff out there, the best way to do it is just go on the website and buy a CD from
And we
us.
also have some fun merch and,
We're working on some Christmas holiday themed merch too. So be on the lookout for that. So.
And maybe you can pick up some of that stuff at Nashville Meets Bethlehem at SteelStacks on November 17th.
Absolutely.
So
I see what you did there.
product placement, sliding that in there, sliding that in.
You're the master.
I do what I can. So Beautiful Distortion joining us. I will be back in just a moment to do all my closing spiel. You'll probably log off now because it's just going back to me. But thanks to the Beautiful Distortion, as always, for joining. See you soon, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gerard.
Thank you.
Told you I'd be right back to wrap it up, and I want to thank Karen and Amy and Dave of The Beautiful Distortion for joining me, taking some time out to chat, to catch up. Of course, they've had some amazing opportunities over the past couple of years, and another amazing opportunity for them, for all the artists, for you, for me, if you're going to be in the Northeast on November 17th, is to come to Nashville Meets Bethlehem, our all-local Nashville-style writers' round at SteelStacks in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Again, the 17th of November, 8 p.m., $20, 8 acts, and a beautiful show of community all around. So please, please join us. Can't wait for that. And join us on your streaming platform of choice here at the Quinn Spinn on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, YouTube, and more. Also follow us on Instagram at Quinn Spinn Official, 2 N's in Quinn, 2 N's in Spin. You can also find us on Facebook as well. People have been engaging a little more over there, so why not? Why not? Still don't have a TikTok. We got to, I guess, get on that. But ECM Collective, of course, our umbrella here at the Quinn Spinn, is also on the socials, Instagram, Facebook, X, LinkedIn, YouTube. X still trips me up. We need a TikTok over there, too. Also go to ecmcollective.com/join and join our membership community. Excuse me, I'm not going to edit that because this is real. We keep it real here at the Quinn Spinn. Revel 9's all become. Going to take us out like it brought us in. Grab some muffins,